Hi, this is Donald. So this video is kind of for Adobe Creative Residency, and I'm just sharing some of my ideas on the progress of my projects. Actually, I was posting as a projects for free people's hands from working on a mouse so that they can use their feet to operate their mouse and use the hands for other stuff like some these kinetic stuff to control their characters in a like video games or a movie or any kind of work they want to remote control. So that's a very effective way to double their productivity when they're working on some really complicated tasks like controlling some of these robots to do acrobatic stuff. But so actually, I think this is the last day for them to evaluate the candidates. So I have some more actually thoughts. I would like to tell them a little bit about all the projects I'm going on right now, so that they can probably make some use of them or consider me a little bit more. So, frankly, I think that's not a bad offer, although it's more for people to try things. But for me, I have been doing a lot of projects over the years, so I can probably foresee how those projects will be done. And although I don't do the same things a lot, so everything I do is kind of different, but those things are all make sense. So one project at a time to fulfill one field of the productivity issue to the maximum. I think that makes sense, right? Because the market is always changing, so you kind of have something new to push the sales up. So now, beside that projects with this feed control mouse panel, actually I did have some updates on that. So I can use a touchpad instead of a wheels, because touchpad is much easier to handle even when they tap their feet somewhere without the wheels, and it can still be sensed and then be putting action on the program which they're operating. So this is so the second proposal of the of another project is actually to make a very convenient website for people to see all the information of it's based on blockchain, and then they can record all your transactions, all the data in your Word, so that you can make transaction really secure and really convenient to go on all the tasks in life with all the details of information. So you don't have to be stuck in something without knowing all the details around your surroundings, in your environment. And that's pretty important sometimes for some of us to complete things with the reasonable budget and a reasonable timing. So that is one of the things I wanted to achieve for everybody, because then they will be happier and then more reasonably feel equal in the communities without having to be part of something. So okay, so that's the website I'm building right now, actually working with some of my vendors, and it will be done probably pretty soon with a demo, and then we probably have to scale up and apply to the local communities and find some of these agents to work for us and get all this information. But that's another process on stage 2. But we have already planned it. with some of these advanced company made a similar systems and but with different targets. So and the third one I probably will accomplish in the stage if they choose me, actually is to make another way of communication, like because uh, people speak different languages, so sometimes they cannot understand each other. It's like a boundary between different kind of people, and then they cannot communicate, share the experience, and then ways of handling problems. So that's one of the problems I will have to communicate with a tool, which is kind of like a translator of things. So actually, I know there's some in market for translating different languages with an earplug, but mine is a little bit different. Mine will be using a actually not language, but another way, like a signal code for languages, like those signal for communication, like Morse code, or like the language used by the deaf people, but it will be much more easier and then convenient, so that they don't have to spend so much time just to communicate with the tool. So and there's some of these pioneers with all the system to help disabled people to communicate when they have these little groups, and they can type with their groups with shortcuts so that they can express themselves without being able to make a noise, or when they lose their voice or lose their mobility, they can still use that to communicate, so they can get help from those people like supporting them. So that and then mine is much more convenient and universal, so they don't have to be able to speak a certain language, and then they should be able to understand language too, because they will have a application built with their device so that they can hear in their own language, or they can understand that. So yeah, that's about it. And thank you very much for watching, and this is for my Adobe Creative Residency videos. So yeah, and then this is the one I will do for now. Thank you very much, and see you later and talk to you more stuff. Bye.